that I'll never forget.
The hostile streets of Beirut, Lebanon seem like a strange place to begin the story of an American college basketball hero. But this is where Steve Kerr was born 22 years ago. It's also where his father, the president of the American University in Beirut, was slain by assassins in January 1984. Half a world away, the University of Arizona honored Steve's father 2 days later in a moment of silence before a game against arch-rival Arizona State.
You know, the whole game I came from my dad, and I dedicated the game to him privately.
January 18th of 1984, your father is assassinated, president of American University. How in the world does a young man deal with that?
Well, you need support. You need the support of your family and your friends, and I had that. I spent a couple nights at Coach Olson's house. Bobby and Lou took care of me because my family was overseas at the time. So I was lucky. I had a lot of support and a very strong family.
These things have been a lot easier to overcome because of the people I've had around me. And there's no doubt about that. I have the best family in the world. And the greatest teammates.
Not too long after that happened, you played against ASU, and a few fans, very distasteful, chanted, taunting about your father's passing. What was that like to deal with as a young man?
Well, that actually happened my senior year.
Right after the Cats game against Arizona State, February 27th, a handful of ASU students taunted Kerr about the loss of his father. At first, Kerr was visibly shaken, but he soon developed a very hungry look in his eyes.
It was at ASU, and I think there were 3 or 4 drunk students from the student section who were yelling down at me before the game, and it was crazy. I mean, my teammates were coming over and, making sure I was okay, and I didn't know what to think. I was in shock. I remember there was a little boy with an ASU shirt on who came up behind me and, apologized and said, "Man, I'm so sorry." And the kid was like 8 or 9. I'll never forget that.
What I realize now at the age of 38 is that what was truly important about basketball for me was the relationships I built and the career I carved out that carried me through difficult times and helped me find my way in life. When my dad died, I was 18, and my family lived halfway around the world. But my teammates here at the U of A became my second family, and playing basketball became my therapy.
I pick up the paper every day and I read, whether it's soldiers dying in Iraq or somebody dying of a heart attack or whatever. You read something, and when you've been through it, you know the pain that people are going through, and it breaks my heart, and because I know what it feels like. I'm not a real fast or real high jumper. I know that the NBA is very competitive. I know we have a lot of good guards here in Phoenix, and I know everyone's going to have a tough time making the team, but I know I can play at this level.
Drafted by the Phoenix Suns in the second round for a kid that got a couple of scholarships to be drafted by an NBA team in your new adopted state must have been fantastic.
Pretty cool. It was pretty amazing. I didn't know that I was good enough to play in the NBA. I didn't think I was throughout my college career until my senior year. A couple of people say, "Hey, you have a chance to play in the league," and that was kind of news to me. So I was really excited about that, but I never thought I'd play in the NBA.
Good luck, Steve Kerr. How about Steve Kerr coming off the bench? Whether it's at the 1 or 2 spot, it doesn't make any difference.
Frankly, the Suns did me a favor. They drafted me as a kind of a PR move in a lot of ways. Let's bring in the local guy from Tucson, and maybe he makes it, maybe he doesn't, but just to get the chance.
Steve Kerr, 3 for 3, automatic.
They gave me the opportunity, and I got my butt beat every day, but I got better. But the experience that I had here set me up for the rest of my career.
111 to 105, Steve Kerr checks in.
That summer I was traded to Orlando, didn't play at all, and then that summer I had no offers from anybody with a guaranteed contract, so I thought I might have been done. So going to Chicago was kind of the key to the next stage of my career. I basically went there and tried out for the team. I didn't have a cent guaranteed. I just was trying to earn a roster spot. And that was a key move in my career because not only did I fit perfectly into the offense, but Jordan retired, but then came back and we won championships. And when you win, it's like automatic credibility, whether you're the first guy or the last guy on the team. But I had chances to play in big situations and make some big shots, and that's what it's all about. What was it like playing with Michael Jordan? First and foremost, it was a show every night. You were witnessing maybe the greatest player ever, probably the greatest player ever. From that standpoint, it can be very intimidating. But at the same time, the only way you were going to be successful with Michael was to play with great confidence.
Michael against Russell. As only he can.
I'll be honest, I was afraid of taking a big shot early in my career. I didn't want to screw up. And that's what I learned from Michael is can't even think about that. You've got to be willing to lay your neck on the line and go for it.
25 seconds in regulation. Game tied at 86.
97 finals, game 6, tied at 86 all. Michael Jordan, everyone thinks he's going to take the shot. He tells you, hey, be ready, it might come to you.
You know, that was maybe the most important moment in my career because not only did I have a chance to take the game-winning shot, but Michael Jordan was trusting me to do so.
Now the question is how will the Jazz play?
I made up my mind during that timeout. If I get the ball, I'm shooting, and I don't care what happens.
Game tied at 86. It is Michael Jordan time. Scottie Pippen looking for Michael Jordan.
Usually Michael shoots the last shot, and he told me during the timeout that just to be ready.
5 on the 24. Here's Jordan.
I think at the time, what helped me was I had finally reached the point where it's like, okay, I'm willing to accept this. And I made up my mind during that timeout. If I get the ball, I'm shooting, and I don't care what happens.
Shuts the clock. 5 on the 24. Here's Jordan. Did not have the shot.
I mean, it was the moment in my career, the shot that kind of made me famous, or that made me recognized, I guess.
It is all over. The Bulls have won the title. Feeds it over here to Kerr. Danger there, baby. He hits a three-pointer.
As if I didn't have enough good fortune in my life, I get to go out on high in my 15th year and to have a couple of big games in the playoffs. That's just the way to go. It's the way to go out.